Yeah, and it's now time for more of these. Yes, Tasman is back. Um, I have again been shopping over the internet again. I've been getting some more CDs. Got a couple of things to say first. The following CDs I'm going to show you. Well, I don't know how to explain it, but I have been playing these CDs yesterday, and I just love them so much. There's going to be another video coming up soon with some just for Soto stuff with the audios for the highlights of the CDs as well. So I'll be doing an overview of the CDs later on in the next couple of weeks. Like I said last week, what we did last week was reviewed most of the CDs I reviewed now. Most of these, all these here. So it's getting a little bit of a collection now, obviously, with the CDs there for the talisman stuff. Now we're going to talk about the new ones I just received. We're going to talk about a CD later on, which I think is just brilliant. I'm going to talk about, first of all, I'm going to talk about these brand new imports from Russia. These are the Russian imports of the Talisman CDs, Cats and Dogs. We've got also Human Animal, but we're going to talk about their second album, which I have to say, I have played this yesterday. I absolutely love it. Is Genesis album from Talisman. This CD is bloody excellent. This is an excellent CD to get. Second album. Now, I also fans did say that this album was not one of their strongest albums they did, but to my sort of opinion, I love this CD so much. It is actually one of their second best albums I actually like so far. This is just brilliant. This CD, bloody amazing. I love these strips as well. These are the new Obi strips for these sides as well. It's also from GMR. This is GMR label up there. Now licensed to CD Maximum. These CDs are actually specially produced from Russia. And what they did is on the back of the main CD itself. I'll show you in a minute. The CD is got a copyright on it on the CD itself. So it's the CD Maximum numbers and things like that. It's beautiful out there as well. This is a remastered version, expanded as well with bonus tracks, the bonus CD as well, with some demos that have never been issued before. First track, Time After Time. Can't describe that one, but it is brilliant. Coming Home, brilliant. Mysterious, excellent song. If You Would Only Be My Friend, fantastic. All or Nothing, All I Want. It's just basically 12 tracks on the album, plus a rework of Bad Company's Run With The Pack, which I have heard that, and I actually have to say that that is better than the Paul Rogers than the Bad Company version. It is brilliant. This is a really fucking awesome CD to get, especially at the beginning of the track, Time After Time. Listen to that, because that one's like, well, I really suggest a female should sing that song, Time After Time, from Soto. This album, bloody awesome. Awesome. I haven't checked the second CD yet, but I'll let you know the second CD is like. Backwards awesome. Looks like Jeff, but it's not. Get through that one anyway. Genesis Talisman, bloody good CD. Next, Talisman CD. This CD is one of their first ever concert albums. It is. Now, the version I have here is the Part 1 and Part 2 remastered version. Now, on Wikipedia, it says apparently that Part 2 is the same as Part 1. Well, in fact, it's not. And this is actually right now. This is the full version of Human Animal. This is the one I really want so badly. And this is the album I think that has made it. This album, awesome. It's another one of these things. Well, one of where these are from, by the way, these are all from Russia. Russian imports. You've got to get them off eBay. And I found also a good seller on eBay who sells these. Brand new they are. This is the complete version. Opening track, fantastic. Probably a few tracks in here, as I haven't heard all of them yet. I heard most of the album yesterday, but brilliant, really brilliant. There's also a it's also all in all. There's also included the second disc as a bonus track, and it's recorded especially in Spanish for Spanish people. An amazing album. This is one that probably eclipses their first ever concept album ever made. Really brilliant. The basses on it is fantastic on it by Marcel Jacobs. Really good work. Does actually have the other guys from the 7 album to this one. This is the 3rd album from Talisman. This CD is brilliant, really good. This is the complete version of it. You also have got the bonus of the video on my XTC, and also I've got some magic. They're absolutely brilliant. Good album. I haven't heard all of it all the way through, but I have heard it is really good CD. Now we come on to one of the albums I really wanted so badly, and I have heard it, played it yesterday all the way through. Cats and Dogs. Yes, Cats and Dogs. This is another Russian import. This one, now I have to say that this is actually probably part one of this album, which I will get out in a minute whenever I find it. Part one of the CD I don't have for some reason. Anyway, it's part one of 7 anyway, but because this album, obviously, this album here, this is part 1 and this is part 2. I didn't know that actually. So this is actually, part 1 is Cats and Dogs and part 2 is 7. Ah, interesting. Same sort of guys as well. Best track, Skin on Skin. Great opening track when he shouts his voice so much. This CD, I have to say, is a really good CD to get. Really amazing. I like the back cover of this actually, the Cats and Dogs, and looking into the sunset of something around this. Brilliant album. Brilliant album. Recommend to get this one. This is the 6th album of Talisman. Really good CD. Now, if you think that these CDs are brilliant to get, they are. You have to get a CD. Now, I'm going to suggest something for you guys. So far, I have most of the albums now from Jessica Soto and his solo stuff. Now, we're going to abandon that for a bit. Now we're going on to something incredible. Really incredible. 1996. Jessica Soto and Marcel Jacob did an album. And a short-lived little band. Didn't expand very well for some reason, but a short-lived band. And this CD is not available. It's out of print. You can only get this on eBay. Can't get off the website. This CD I'm going to show you, I'm going to talk about it in full because this CD should never, ever, 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 ever have been done. It should have been done, but it wasn't. This album here is Human Clay. This CD is excellent. And I'm not just saying that, I'm saying I've played this 5 times. Maybe more than that actually. This album is bloody excellent. One of the best bloody good albums I've ever heard. And I have to say, going on the lines of artists who want to be solo artists, Jessica Soto and Marcel Jacob there, they play everything on this album. Because they write it, they produced it, they engineered it, they composed it, they programmed everything. How the hell this guy decided to do a good bass line and guitars on this is awesome. Jessica Soto plays guitar on it as well. This is incredible. This has got to be the best album I've ever heard from just a solo project that was going ahead. Now, I'm telling you, this album also contains Malstein on this. Ingve Malstein is a special guest on Without You. Yeah. So what tracks do you recommend off this CD, Tez? I've got to tell you, every single track on this album is fucking ingenious. Golden Years, brilliant. Hell on Earth, brilliant. Jealousy, fantastic. Outside Looking In. Play that track. We've even got Without You. Now it's time. Don't Look Back. And I have to say, if you thought Shed a Tear Goodbye on here was brilliant, forget that. Because Don't Look Back on this CD rocks. It is a queen. Holding On. Brilliant, brilliant. I Want to Go Home. Vows and Stone. And I'd rather have the blues than to spend my life with you. Long title that one for some reason. Now this is only available. It was signed in America to Seagull Records, which is here. Seagull. You can't really see very well, but it's Seagull there. It's American import. You cannot buy this at all. If you're very lucky to get this CD, every fan has to get it. And I'm saying this seriously because the fact is, you listen to the probably all the tracks on this. You tell me what this is, because I tell you what, this has been a secrecy since he's done this. You have to say, this album, bloody brilliant. But you've got to get off eBay. Be very careful when you're buying it on eBay, because this is really very out of print, the CD, very hard to get. It was released in 1996, recorded in Berkeley in California. Doesn't actually say where it was recorded at, because it doesn't. It was a secret location they recorded it in. Oh, brilliant. So that is the new CDs I have. I've got to say, there is going to be a new video coming up soon with some excerpts from all the CDs I have now. As I say, I've got all that sort of stuff. Got to give a big shout out to Alan. Joycey Man has been an amazing guy. He has given me a. He's trying to get himself the DVD of the DVD. I recommend it again. But I'm getting it from anyway. Excuse me. But as far as I understand, I've played mostly now. Jessica Soto is just an amazing guy. You should come over here and do some shows over here. But as for you guys, as I say, they're the 4 new CDs I have. But for God's sake, this album, it rocks. You can get it.